What's up? It's a flow. Yesterday we did deep house. Fun, cool, chill vibe. I enjoyed making it. I hope you liked listening to it. And just like that, day 30. Let's talk about what we get today. It's currently 12 a.m. and I just finished uploading the deep house track. I don't think you guys realize how much work goes into this every single day, and sometimes I upload right before 12 a.m. But just like that, we're going to talk about the new genre. At the end of day 29, the AI gave me a producer note. This is something new, so let's read it together. Day 29 is interesting because it brings us back towards the roots of modern electronic dance music. After exploring everything from jungle, IDM, witch house, and industrial hip-hop, this challenge is about proving that groove, harmony, and subtle emotion can carry an entire track. One more day remains. Day 30 should feel like a final genre, something distinct, influential, and worthy of closing out the entire challenge series. It's making me feel a little emotional, so I wrote a nice little prompt, and just like that, it's day 30. Please provide the last genre to close out the series. Let's see what we get. Trance. Interesting. Okay. Trance, classic melodic trance, BPM 138, key signature A minor, time signature 4/4. Our obstacles include long-term emotional payoff, energy through automation, not arrangement overload, and euphoric breakdown requirement. It also gave me this recap at the end. This is something new as well. End of the 30-day series. Over these 30 days, you've explored UK bass culture, house music's many branches, hip-hop derivatives, experimental electronic music, ambient and atmospheric genres, breakbeat traditions, psychedelic sound design, and rhythm-focused genres from multiple cultures. The final genre is trance because it encapsulates many of the skills you've practiced throughout the challenge: arrangement, tension and release, atmosphere, melody, sound design, and emotional storytelling. It's a fitting finale because it asks you to bring everything together into a single musical journey. Congratulations on making it to day 30 out of 30. I'm going to listen to these following reference tracks so I can get an idea of what it is, and we'll get into it in just a little bit. Alright, so this is later in the day after already finishing the track. I'm not going to lie, this one got me super emotional and I'm really happy with how we finished. Instead of going for a classic trance vibe, we went with the melodic trance vibe. As we can see here, it could be classic or melodic. The entire track is a long-term emotional payoff. There's energy through automation and not arrangement overload, and there is a euphoric breakdown. The song starts off with the synth main melody and the drums. This ends up being the main melody idea for the entire song that changes throughout. That eventually started following the chord progressions that I changed throughout. The main melody follows 3 chords, F, A, and E, and it has a slightly faster variation than what we heard from the beginning. That one's for everybody leaving comments saying that I'm not playing and it's all AI. I just vibe and go with the flow. That first idea builds and then it goes into a little bit of a break. The main difference here is that we have a different synth with a phaser and it's also crescendoing throughout. That eventually stacks with the main synth again. I found this cool sample that I chopped up. We have a drum fill with some vocals that create the atmosphere for the breakdown. Once we finish the build, we actually arrive to the euphoric breakdown moment. We take away the drums and slowly start building everything back until we get a big impactful moment. We have some volume automation going on with that acid bass, and we also have some reverb automation to create more of a moment. The main synth sounds like this. And that acid bass is playing some counter melody to that as well. Let's play the bass alone so you can hear that. That builds into the moment where we add the kicks and the hi-hats together. Let's Throughout the entire chorus, we're automating the reverb, we're adding different synthesizers, and we're automating the volume to make sure that we create more and more of a moment as it keeps increasing. One of my favorite parts is when it builds into this synth right here. This is what that build sounds like. We get to a point where we add vocals here. The vocal here is saying "Lost in My Mind," and I think that's going to be the name of the track. That keeps building, and then we have this synthesizer that we add. As we keep progressing, we add reverb to that synthesizer. It builds until we hear everything together, and then it starts to crash and fade away. The track pretty much just gets to a point where it's all faded away, but we also add these little synthesizers here to add a little color. In case you didn't hear it, this is the synth plug that I added. Just a little bit of color that makes a big difference. Like I said, it fades away, and that's the end of the track. Day 30, trance. And just like that, we're done. I can't believe 30 days have passed and we made 30 beats in 30 different genres. It honestly doesn't even feel real. I went through so much this month while actually making all of these beats. This ended up being so much more emotional than I thought. I wanted to make sure I made something that really represented the 30 days, and I'm extremely satisfied with the result. I went through a lot this month, but no matter what, we made a beat every single day. So please, check out the playlist below and check out all 30 songs for all 30 days. If you missed any, the playlist is such a vibe. I've been listening to these songs every single day, and honestly, I vibe with every single one of them. I'm very proud of myself. I'm going to be going live later this week to talk about the 30 days, so make sure you subscribe or join the Discord to get the notification. These 30 days really meant a lot to me, so thank you so much for watching, and as always, make sure to subscribe, vibe, and go with the flow. I'll catch you guys real soon for some more content. There's a lot more planned on the way. Thank you so much. Peace.
Thank you.